All right, everyone, welcome back to the shuffle. Let's get into last week's recap. And not a bad week, 20 and 28 with -4 units. One thing you'll notice is we are a couple bets short, and that is because Stone forgot to get his game in. So you know what we do here? Shame, shame. Okay, so that's actually the first time he's ever forgot. So in 2 full years, I think 2 full years in a week, if you count all the weeks we've been doing now. Um, he is his first time he forgot, so kind of a funny one. But with that, decent week, -4 units. But you kind of look at 20 and 8, it's kind of an interesting spread. Let's start with the winner. Dalton won this week. He is blazing a little bit of a course here. In the first 7 weeks, he has won it 3 times, and so he was 4-2 with plus 2.3 units. Corey also had a good week. He was 3-3 plus 2 units. Nick 2-4 plus zero point 0.2 units, and then Stone missed. Everyone else kind of 50-50 there or below in the unit side of things. And so with that, this kind of talk. I know we were -8 on the wins, but -4, and that is because we hit 7+ bets this week in the shuffle. And so it was kind of capped off here with Corey. Hunter anytime touchdown at 9:30 in the morning. That was plus 320. Nick hit a Josh Jacobs 2+ touchdowns at plus 260. Nick also hit a McBride anytime touchdown. Dalton hit an anytime touchdown. David hit a Taylor combined rushing and receiving. Aaron, Jones and Penix 15 yards each, and then I hit a Swift anytime touchdown. So 7 total positive hits there. That's what actually brought our units down to 4 versus what you'd kind of expect more in the 8 or 9 range with that many losses. And so let's get right in. Oh, hold on. Let's talk about the season. So on the season now, Dalton has taken a little bit, I wouldn't call it a commanding lead, but he is 19 and 17 plus 5.99 units. That's in first place. Stone missed this week, but he's still sitting at 20 and 16. I'm 19 and 23 with 2 units. Nick, 1 unit up. Corey, welcome to the green, 1 unit up, and then everyone else there is in the negatives. 5 people through week 7 is a pretty good number of people to have in the green, and it's very competitive. As you can see, I think if anybody hit anything in those top 5 reaches there category this week, they would probably bounce up to first or second place. So we are having ourselves a little bit of a competitive season, even though Dalton seems to pull out just by a little bit. Uh, Dalton seems to win it by just a little bit each week. So with that, let's go over to best and worst of category. For best of category, Stone 5-1 on spread, crushing it. Dalton over under 5-1. I just took over best of bet 11 and 10 on that. And then Corey is 2-5 on the reach at plus 9 units, and he has 2 of the top 5 reaches of the season this year, number 1 and number 5. So he's has a really good number on that reach. Now let's go to worst of category, and so David still hasn't hit a spread yet, 0-7. Corey 2-5 on the over under. Shay again, he's balancing it out a little bit, but went back to 1-5 this week. He is 2-19 on best bets, also 0-7 on the reach, and so I'm sure he's got a hot week coming up here soon. There's no way you can have that percentage. If you, I always say, if you can lose that percentage, you can win that percentage. That's how this whole thing goes. So with that, on the season through week 7, probably not in a great place where we'd like to be. 147 and 147 wins, 212 losses at -46 units. Still have not had a green week yet, so we're still hunting for our green week and get in the positive and kind of roll from there. That'll kind of segue me over to the games this week. I'm not sure this week is the week to do it. There are some stinkers. There are only 12 games because there are 6 teams on bye, so lowest amount of games we'll have other than probably the holiday season, which I'll talk about when we get to the end here. But with that, of the 12 games that there are, 8 of them are a touchdown or more spread. And so Vegas is saying that there's a lot of non-competitive games out there. And so it'll be interesting to see what we get on that. No 0-6, no 6-0, still searching for a 6-0. I'm going to not random it 8 times for week 8 because that'll take too long. How many reaches did we get? 1, 2, 7. We'll just do it 8 times. That's what we've been doing. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so let's see what we got. So Nick got Green Bay, Pittsburgh. That's a Sunday night game. Aaron got Washington, Kansas City. That's the Monday night game. And then everyone else is just hanging out in that Sunday day, Sunday during the day time frame. So we'll get most of the tickets in on Sunday. And there's no morning game either in Europe, so that kind of sucks. Maybe there'll be some EPL or something on this week. I'm not sure. They had UCL. It doesn't seem likely. Anyway, I'll check the calendar and we'll go forward from there. Just some small administrative notes. I got the video out a little bit later this week. We had a couple picks. I didn't want to look through play by play of every single thing. If you bet the pick and you know it was a loser and you know it might take me 15 or 20 minutes to read the game log of the entire game to figure out if you won or not, please give me a heads up on that. We do have the holiday season coming up, about a month away, and we got daylight savings time coming up in 2 weeks. Daylight saving time doesn't mean anything for us, but for the holidays, we do like to try to get some of those holiday games into our mix, and so I'll kind of make that plan to get the videos out earlier as we get closer and closer to holidays. That's just to ensure that we can keep abreast of all the games and we can keep as many players as we have because some of those weeks that are shorter on the games. I think that's all I got. Good luck to everybody this week, and I look forward to seeing everyone next week.